Okay, go ahead.
Hello, my name is Oleg. I'm a Russian American. I want to talk about something very controversial, and I want to bring up an issue. Something arrived in the mail for me today. It's a Victoria's Secret advertisement, and it's something I've spent a lot of time thinking about this. Models and something like this, the Victoria's Secrets. But this video is I think this is a controversial idea for anybody. This is going to be rated MA, and mostly for male parents who have daughters. Something I've been thinking about. Well, would you want your daughter to be this eventually, maybe at some point in their life? I think a few people might say yes, it's a model, and becoming a Victoria's Secret's model is some sort of an achievement in life. It's a paid job. I guess it's some sort of an achievement. But what good does this do? I think I've seen a lot of damaged people, especially I've seen a lot of damaged girls in my life growing up. I'm only 26 years old. I've seen, and I want to bring up some of these issues that are real: anemia, iron deficiency. Because some girls, they want to stay fit, they want to look nice for their boyfriend, or because of the pressures of society, they do not eat. So they do not eat, they get anemia, which is an iron deficiency from the lack of meats. Anorexia, throwing up after eating. I think mostly everybody at least knows one person like that. And I mean, why? Is this the reason why? Because we have something like this, and it's so latent, it's so within our minds. We see it as insignificant, but I see it a little differently because the reality of it, people get damaged over it. Now, that's the issue. Now, my solution, or just a solution, should government have a role in something like this? Should government pass maybe rules? And then the question is, I think most people would agree, this is sexy. Or just a woman in her underwear, a very pretty woman, I guess somehow sexy. I think most people would say that. Now my question is that, at what point does a human being say that to themselves, or about other people? When they're 10, when they're 13, when they're 14, when they're 16, when they're 6, when they're 7? At what point does a girl say, or a guy, say to himself or about others, this is sexy, that is sexy? Now, that's my question. I'm not sure when it becomes true. Is it something that a family teaches, parents teach, because the son or the daughter sees mommy trying to look pretty for daddy, so they could have better sex? Is it something? Is this something that I think people talk about? Is it something that people consider when they're raising children to talk about their parents? Is it something that, I don't know. But the reality of it, again, like I said, just these are just a few social problems that I see with this: anemia, anorexia, and there's also Belimia, which is one person is not eating completely. And it's something that it does affect males, but it also affects females. It mostly affects females. So, again, even with this, I can imagine that most males would say, or be attracted, aroused to something like this. I can't speak for the woman, it's a difficult thing, because at the same time one can argue that this is empowering, that a woman is able to do this, I guess, in a way. And then there is some sort of an artistic beauty in this. But there's also a way to explain it, at least in my simple mind. The brunette, the aggressive brunette, the dumb blonde. I guess these are judgmental ideas that most people would, I guess, can agree on, but not everybody. And then the more socially conscious blonde, the one that thinks. Again, I don't want to say that this is wrong, or this is, because all the people that are employed, this is an opportunity for people, young people, to see and to do this. Like, oh well, I'm going to become a model, make money, and try to do some good with it. But the thing that, but then you have so many of these bad issues that occur from it, and I'm not sure how to even begin to approach to solve it. With these issues, you have medical professions that exist solely to treat anemia, solely to treat damaged people who think to themselves that they need to look prettier, skinnier, so they throw up after eating. And it's something that just, exists, but no one really questions it or anything till a problem arises. Like when your child just decides to, oh, my child is throwing up after eating. What's wrong with them? You know, what's wrong with them? But they don't, the parents, they don't ask themselves, what did they do wrong? So this is me trying to, I guess, create this issue of existence, that this is real, and this happens, that girls grow up, and they start to judge themselves, they start to look at themselves in the mirror, and they start comparing themselves to other people, how they look, and they start to question, oh, I'm not pretty, oh, I'm not, or I'm ugly, or da-da-da-da-da. And then later in life, and in some cases it happens even younger, but people decide to have plastic surgery. Maybe get themselves bigger breasts, maybe to fix something with their eyes, maybe to fix something with their cheekbones or their lips or their eyebrows. There's a lot of these issues, and my question is, at what point does it start in a human being? That this thought. That's my question. And then my solution is, should government play a role in it? Should government regulate it? Should you have to be 16 years or 13 years of age to even go into a store like this? And even then, should there even be less exposure to these things like this? In magazines, I mean, magazines exist to create this illusion of that this is how a person should strive to look at it. This is how a person should strive to dress like. I'm not sure if that's the right idea or a bad idea. I just wanted to create this issue and ask that question, should government play a role in this? And that's it. Thank you.